You're tuned into the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at bringingdowntheband.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Indie CD and Vinyl. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 171 of the New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7th. I have a cold. If that is not obvious, it will be by the end of this episode.
Coronavirus.
What?
Coronavirus.
That's messed up, man. That's black on black violence. You know that, right?
That's not what that is.
Oh,
You smoke crack, don't you?
Oh, because I'm black, I do.
Crack, don't you?
Because I'm black, I do drugs. It's cool, man.
Uncle Ruckus.
I feel you. No, please don't do that. We had that conversation before we went on.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is, though, in sports media for sure.
Yeah.
He's an alumni of.
Don't say it.
You're right. All right. Across the table, fresh to death as always, with the Lyrics Matter T-shirt. I see you, Ableton professor and DJ, Decademics DJ School. I'm sorry. Professor for Ableton, music producer, and also founder of BringingDownTheBand.com.
It was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, but you see what I did there,
It
my
was
man.
like, and DJ.
No, because that frustrates me. My man Lonegevity, how are you, sir?
I'm doing all right.
Good to see you as always.
You too.
Across the table, fresh to death, DJ extraordinaire, CEO of Printfinity, and also longtime contributor to BringingDownTheBand.com. My man DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
What's good, son?
Good, man?
You all right?
I'm great. You walking around with that virus, though.
I am, man, but it's
That
not what
Luther.
you said. Don't do that.
Got that Luther.
Nah, I'm playing hurt, man. Y'all supposed to, make me up today, but clearly not. This is going to be as scheduled.
I think I had the
regular
flu 2 weeks
program.
ago. I don't think I mentioned it.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just reaching. That's cool. To my immediate left, former radio personality.
On your 9th cup of tea.
Master of ceremonies and also the voice of Indianapolis, my man Jay Moore, a.k.a. Kansas City / St. Louis Mac. How are you, sir?
Doing well, I had the Heineken virus earlier.
Oh, that's that new joint.
Got
Okay.
rid of that quick,
Okay.
fast, and in a hurry.
Okay, so I know you're a Rams fan, but you happy about my homeboy, right?
Hell no,
Taking
I'm
care
not.
of business?
Like once the Rams got out of St. Louis, don't get me started on
Okay.
the St. Louis Rams, Albert Pujols, or anybody else. I got smoke for them cats.
I got you. Shout out to diversity out there for my homeboy winning Super Bowl.
That was diversity?
Yeah, he black quarterback winning Super Bowl MVP. That's different.
That's true. That's true.
So we got to shout him out. He's the third.
I heard he doesn't.
I don't want to do that.
That's what I heard.
I don't wanna do
Yeah, I mean, come on. He looked like. Come on now. Come on.
Because that's gonna mess it up for me. Because I'm happy right now for.
Well, I mean, you got to call a spade with a spade. He
You're right.
said,
he said what he said.
I heard allegedly that.
See, I heard
Allegedly
that
what he
identifies
said.
black.
that was some. Yeah, I heard that was a rumor.
Okay.
But
I'm going to give him. I'm going to let him bask in his glory. I'm happy for the young cat.
They're gonna have to make a trip though. Well, they don't have to, but there's a trip that will be scheduled, and they'll have the option to decline, as the Warriors did, or perhaps they'll make that trip. So it'll be curious to see how people react because he's probably going to go.
He wants his burger and fries.
He wants his burger and fries for sure. So Andy Reid already said, "I'm going."
Yeah,
He
know
wants
what I'm
his
saying?
Waffle House.
Don't do that. Don't do that. They played Andy Reid with the, he had his play card
play
or
sheet.
whatever it's called, play sheet,
Looked
whatever.
like a Waffle House.
Yeah, they played him. I think Wild Style's responsible for that because I saw him post it first. So I'm gonna say he's the one that was trolling the most. But shout out to the homie Wild Style. But we'll see how people play it if they go to, they make that trip to 45 land. Be curious to see
Man,
how
I don't
that
even
goes.
care.
You don't care? Okay, that's cool. I can dig it. Black Twitter
might,
gonna
you
quit.
might
Black
want to talk
Twitter
to him
gonna
as
care
a man
though.
in the face.
Talk to him in man in face. I feel you.
Yeah.
Black Twitter gonna care though. All right, so
What's going to happen though? Just because somebody cares?
nothing.
Oh,
No, there you go.
just be a hot topic on Twitter for a day or two,
Yeah, it'll be
Be
on.
trending for
and
a
go to
moment.
bed,
It'll be trending for a little while.
and then it'll go to bed.
Yeah, a lot of people will be mad, and we'll be right back to
Momentarily.
where we are now. So
Yeah.
that's how I see it.
Goddamn stepdads, man! I swear to God.
Come on, man. Let's not go down that road.
I'm just saying.
That was hilarious though. All right, so
Have the random, since we're talking about the Midwest,
yes,
have the caucuses come out? Have they finished yet?
Man,
I do not know. I don't want
The
to say the wrong
Iowa
thing.
one is
Like
the
I-
last
The whoa,
one.
whoa, 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 whoa. The who?
Iowa.
What you just say?
Maybe Iowa.
Iowa.
That's not what you said.
I'm from the Midwest. I can say it
feel-
however the hell I feel like saying
I'm sorry.
it, Michael.
You're being
right.
violent now. He's being violent.
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm
You're
just
yelling.
being assertive and aggressive.
You're yelling.
That's
You're
not-
yelling.
okay.
That's cool. I apologize.
Pansy.
I'm sorry.
You're just
Michael's
such a
prone to
pansy.
emotional violence.
He is.
Don't do that. J Moore, what were you going to say about that, man? It's
no.
not like
As we're recording, everything has not been turned in. It's been kind of a mess. We should have known the results last night.
okay.
But
I saw 62% tied, or at 62%, Pete the Republican and Bernie were tied.
yeah, it depends
Oh,
on
wow,
when you
okay.
hit the refresh button.
Yeah, I don't like Pete.
Subject
no.
The
change.
end.
Oh,
I
just straightforward. You don't mess with it.
Yeah, he's a Republican, man.
Okay.
He's a Hillary. I don't know. He's a centrist, kind of cloaked as a Democrat. But
Cloaked.
I'm cool on Pete as well.
Okay.
I'm cool on him.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's still better than Trump. Don't get me wrong. But
All right. Let's get that out there.
No,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Pete got some things we need to hear from him.
Okay.
I mean, did you guys see the last pic? He put all the black people in the front row last night.
no, I did not see that.
Yeah.
Please tell me about this.
His 6 black supporters, he put them in the front row. at his
Oh,
speech.
purposely. How about that?
But it is Iowa. That was probably only 6 people who were there that night.
You're
Straight
right.
up.
They apparently asked one of the ladies to move multiple times. She's like, "No, I'm sitting by my friends."
Oh, word.
It's like you're messing up the picture.
Yo, that's crazy.
This is
photo
Pete-
op.
This
Photo
is Pete's
op. Photo op.
diversity picture.
These are my
We need
black
this for the
friends.
pamphlet.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
I mean, Trump paid for an ad to with a black woman during the Super Bowl.
Why am I not surprised? And I saw that ad. Like she was.
Was he smiling like this?
She was actually one of the I believe prisoners that was what's it called?
He was touting the First Step Act, but that woman was not freed under the First Step Act. The reason she was freed is because, let's just keep it real, Trump likes celebrities. Kim Kardashian brought her up.
Exactly.
So if anything, we
Right.
should thank her. You know, I mean, sure, he has
Excuse
the
you.
power
We
to
should
get
thank
it
the
done.
2 lawyers behind Kim Kardashian.
That
as
too,
well.
but you know,
the African American young ladies.
Donald
that are
Trump. You have
behind
to
her.
remember, Donald Trump is impressed with celebrity, and he's
True.
He doesn't get celebrities to come see him. He thought that was going to be a thing, and it's not. So
He loves smelling himself.
I saw that ad too. She was, she was excited. Like, oh my God, I want to thank, and
look, look. If you're in prison and that you're there because of our corrupt justice system,
right.
I don't think you want to wait. Nah, I'll wait till a Democrat gets elected to let me out. I want to
That's-
get out.
that's
now.
a good point.
So she should be overjoyed and thankful for her situation. I'm not going to clown her for that.
I
like
stand
saw some people
corrected.
do.
That's a good point. I stand corrected. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean,
mad
I'm gonna
at
take that freedom as well.
that. Yeah.
You just ain't gonna parade me around for your political campaign.
Yeah, I was biased.
Your
there.
$5 million commercial.
Right.
They put that shout out to John Witherspoon. They put that paper up.
Oh yeah.
Definitely put that paper up.
Super Bowl spot.
Do you see the bus? It said like with all the white guys that had the Keep Iowa Great hats on.
No.
And then they put Ben Carson right in the middle.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Look, he didn't know where he was.
Oh, that's
Are you
tough.
sure?
That's tough.
You know, Ben Carson. I'm convinced
He's a brain
for
doctor.
all his genius.
Don't do that.
Like, if you said, "Hey, Big, could you walk across the street real quick?" He'd be like, "So, like, do I go there? Do I?" You know, he's
Hey,
one of those
chill,
people
man.
who has that brilliant part of his brain,
Yeah.
but at the cost of just basic common sense and
other side
life
don't shine.
skills. Yeah. We know there are plenty of people like that. There are people who can do genius things, but if you
100%.
ask them to, could you make me some toast, and they'd be in there for the next 45 minutes.
Let me ask you guys a question. I've recently read a couple articles that said that some people don't have internal monologues in their head.
Internal monologue.
Have you guys heard
yeah.
about that? Do you
I've
guys-
seen that.
Do you guys not have an internal monologue in your head? Meaning you have a voice that talks to you and you can hear it and all that stuff?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I do. I
It
just
happens. Yeah.
So-
Like if
so
I
you're
didn't,
saying-
I wouldn't be able to keep a job just because some of the things that if it came straight from my brain to my mouth, I would not be able to do
I
what
put it to you like this.
It
It's
definitely
not
happens.
an audible voice in my head.
Okay.
It's a Jiminy Cricket in my head that speaks without sound. Yeah,
I got you.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
If you actually hear an audible voice in your head, you might want to get checked out.
Well,
Lone, like, all right, I'm about to get checked out.
no, I'm not. An inner monologue, yeah. Anyways, I saw that pop up, and it kind of made me think, like, some people don't have that voice.
There's always somebody that keeps you from being like, cussing out said manager or, just doing a whole bunch of
Or
dumb.
even formulating like your thought process. You're actually thinking about what you're going to say.
Right.
Sometimes, otherwise it just rolls out. But
I can dig it.
yeah.
Before we get into jump into the rundown, I got about 3 good topics I want to talk about.
Like I'm talking to myself right now.
I see.
How loud is it?
You probably are trolling.
It's as loud as that. Well, I pause on a lot of things.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna bring up was we talked about, this is super random, but trash fireworks, right?
Trash fireworks?
Trash fireworks.
Oh.
So
It sounds like such a dumb topic.
it's not, because people have childhoods and they've been through trash fireworks before. Like the tank that you light up that doesn't work.
Why would you buy that tank?
I bought it. I bought it. It was whack.
Was it the bargain bin? Is that why you picked it up?
Oh, now it's the bargain bin. Now
Your,
you dissing
your
my
inner
mom.
monologue
Now you dissing
told
my-
you
now you
to
dissing-
pick up that whack ass tank.
Now
I
Jay Moore
guarantee you it
dissing.
wasn't in the same bin with the Roman candles.
Now Jay Moore is dissing my mom and them because they got.
I
me
didn't
the
say
tank.
that. You probably picked it out.
It's
They
cool.
wouldn't- Don't put it
Definitely
on your
It goes
mom.
back
yeah.
to the family reunion shirt. This circle of life is cool.
Why didn't you just steal some good ones?
Oh, steal.
That's
I don't
what he's
steal.
trying to get to.
It's not. So, the tank was trash for me. Does anybody else have any example of a trash firework that they
I
got?
don't even like fireworks.
All right. Well,
I think the snakes were cool.
I hate him because he doesn't really believe that. The snakes were trash. He knows
Those
that.
are definitely trash.
They're
Go
just
ahead, man.
slow moving,
Stop.
Yeah,
man.
y'all ever
There's
seen the one that shits, the dog that shits, and it's just that snake stuff that comes out his ass?
He must have stole those.
I'm not stealing that. My nephew and niece
Wait, what?
had that. It's like a dog. You light it,
Uh-huh.
and the same stuff that comes out of the snake,
Yeah.
it just comes out of the back of the dog's ass.
Worst
I'm
4th
cool.
of July ever.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Bah humbug.
Come on, y'all. Let's gather around and watch this dog shit a snake. Is that what y'all did?
I mean, that's what you was on too.
I feel you.
It's a little
Snakes are
bullshit ass
awesome.
tank.
Huh?
Little bullshit ass tank.
Now you disrespected No Limit.
Okay.
The tank did this.
It didn't even fucking roll. It had like
It did that one time. And
Paper
it stopped.
wheels.
then
Y'all
then
some
caught on
haters.
fire.
Y'all some haters. Y'all some haters. J Moore, give me one firework that you bought that was trash.
None of them. My family was rich, so we had some of the best 4th of
Stunning,
July
okay.
firework displays ever.
I like sprinklers.
You mean sparklers?
Oh,
You keep your grass on point.
can't light a lot of fireworks with sprinklers.
That's
That
what
doesn't
we used
work.
to call them. We used to call them sprinklers.
Sprinklers, yeah.
I know that's not what they're called, but
Those weren't trash though. Sparklers weren't trash. No,
I mean, they're kind of entry level. That's the first firework you give to a kid. That's when you're starting out and trying to get their senses
True.
to holding something that's doing.
Yeah, try to
Something they
warm
can't
them
control.
up,
Yeah,
ease them into it.
Yeah.
So would you
So
rather
that's
have a
what-
sparkler or a tank?
I'm gonna go with the sparkler.
we used to shoot bottle rockets in my front yard off into the neighbors.
We used to
trees
have
and
a
shit.
all-out war.
Yeah.
Bottle rockets can get you in trouble. That's
Yeah, we had
100%.
neighbors come out on a regular basis saying, "Stop shooting that over here." We're like, "Okay."
Yeah,
Now we used to have a for real war. We
used to hold 'em.
firework war.
Hold them.
we used to try to have. I had a friend of mine that for some reason found like a long pipe. He shoot them through there so they would. You know what I'm saying? Shoot them
Yeah,
way
get some
out.
distance. Yeah.
Yeah. We
I'll tell you some hood
we
rat
definitely
shit
got
we
in
did.
trouble with those for
I'll tell
sure.
you some hood rat shit we did with my friends.
What's that?
We
Was it a robbery?
I didn't do
See?
none of I ain't
Just
participate in
ask
none of
him.
that shit.
Shout Curtis Snow. Go ahead.
But yeah, on some pyro shit,
Oh,
we definitely poured a line of gasoline down the street
That's funny.
word.
and set that bitch on fire.
That's what's up. Jay Moore, what you think about that?
The wild thing is when I moved here to Indiana, I was blown away that they just sell them at Walmart and at Walgreens and Target, because in Missouri, or at least the part of Missouri I grew up in, like you had to go to some unincorporated space and they had a big tent.
Yeah.
And that's where you bought your fireworks. Here, you can just go, while you're buying meat and shoes or whatever it is that you get from Walmart.
Wait.
And what's crazy, there'll be a sign that says no smoking. I mean, you can't smoke in Walmart anyway, but hey, thanks for the sign.
Buying what?
Meat and shoes and,
this
Walmart.
Regular shit?
Yeah, you can get everything, tires, whatever you want, all the shacks.
Plants?
Get that in all one
meat
trip.
And shoes. That's
meat
new.
And shoes.
No need
meat
to go to
shoes.
multiple places.
Get your candle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy your TV even if you want.
Get you a pair of
Hook it up.
Skechers and
You can buy yourself a Subway sandwich if you want.
Yeah.
prime
Some
rib.
topsoil. Want some topsoil?
Topsoil.
Yeah.
Go to the pharmacy.
Some fucking
Figure it out.
dandelions.
And some paint dinner. I feel you.
All
right.
that. All that.
Buy some
Thank you, Jay Moore. That drove that plane home.
dandelions.
Yeah.
All right. So,
You know what?
yes, sir.
I'm guessing there was a bunch of white people that were pouring gasoline down the middle of the street because we would have caught ourselves on fire.
Nah, we just.
At least you honest. I respect that longevity.
Have you not seen all of the? I even saw one
appreciate
like
the honesty
over.
right
I
there.
saw one over on Sunday where somebody was trying to light some shit on fire with some white dude, and it was a couch, and the entire couch blew up.
Yeah.
No, I missed that.
But I never see like black people blowing shit up.
No,
You won't. You definitely won't see
I
that.
mean,
shit on fire.
you'll see us doing other wild shit, but not
not
like
no shit like that.
setting couches on fire when our team wins the championship.
No.
Nah,
Okay.
you won't
Weird.
see nothing like that.
Did you ever see the one where the guy put the bottle rocket in his ass and it?
See.
I saw that. That's
sound like some-
stupid.
that was
I
on
saw-
Jackass.
I'm sorry, but
wasn't
that's definitely white
Nah,
people.
it was
That was
worse
on
than
Jackass.
Nah, it was worse than Jackass.
No,
the one
it was-
the one he talked about. Awful.
But it like got stuck, and so it just.
Yeah.
What would make you stick a fucking bottle rocket?
And like
in your
everybody
ass?
everybody stood
Doing it
around
for
and was
clout.
just recording it like,
It's something in the lack of melanin that just.
yo.
That fire down the street got to about. It's about 4
was off
feet
the- it
tall.
was off the
4 or
ground like
5
that?
feet tall. Yeah.
Did it go out pretty quick?
Nah. It burnt for a little minute.
Y'all could have had a
They
concert.
called,
Pyro.
well, they called somebody called a fire engine.
Or what'd you do?
I wasn't there. What I'm gonna stick around?
He's like, I'm not gonna stick around for these felonies.
Misdemeanor, whatever they are. I was
Yeah.
going, nah, man.
Run, motherfucker.
Second
That's
degree
right.
arson.
Outta
I'm not
here.
sticking
Come
around
back
for that.
later.
Did you ever play? You ever play street football growing up?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
That's how
For
I
sure.
fucked up my fingers.
We used to play
Jamming 'em and shit.
street football, and I remember this lady got mad that we were playing in front of her house, and she came out and waved her shoe at us,
Waved her shoe.
and then threw it at us.
Oh,
Should have kept that shoe.
did y'all keep playing?
Somebody should have hit her in her face with the football.
I threw it back at her,
Oh, sounds about right.
but it was fun. Yeah.
yeah, that was different.
They wouldn't even let y'all live, man. That's why kids don't play now because of shit like that.
Now they
Kids
play,
outside playing.
they play street football online.
Yeah, online.
It wasn't even like a nice house or anything.
And like they really be messed up like when they lose, like online.
Yeah.
We used to come in bruised up, take,
They're actually
take your
calling
play
that-
clothes off.
They're calling that athletes now, online athletes.
Online athletes.
Video gaming is
Call
now
'em.
considered athletic.
Esports.
Esports, yeah.
They getting that paper, so hey, provide for your family, y'all.
Hey.
Who am I? All right, so let's get into this article from OK Player. The title actually is pretty dope. Well, actually pretty imposing. It says black music executives have to be honest about lying. That is that's the title. This is per OK Player. Shout out to OK Player. They've looked out to the section leaders, myself, Longevity, and others. So we appreciate them. Always gotta cite your sources. Meek Mill. Then I'm just gonna do a timeline. It says last week Meek Mill called out white record label executives for giving out slave deals, quote in quotes, to young black kids. He says the timing, and it says the timing of the message was interesting. Now, a few days later, we saw Mace come out, pretty much go at Puff for his speech that he had on Grammy weekend when he got his Icon Award. Basically saying, yo, like, if you're going to be about black excellence, like, what's up with my publishing? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mace really wrote a long post on IG basically saying Diddy's been getting at him about his publishing. Now, there's another article that was, I think this preceded Mace, and this was Sauce Money, who used to rap with Jay. And he came out saying Jay and Diddy are one and the same in terms of the publishing and, you know, raping people for their publishing. And
we'll be raping you, raping you.
Yeah, like Sauce Money was upset as well. Also, I found this interesting. If you think about it, and this is all on the OK Player site, they talked about Loon. They talked about the Locks. If y'all remember, the Locks went up to Angie Martinez. Was it Angie Martinez, SJ Moore?
They were tied up for a while.
Yeah, like they had.
Because he let them go.
Show.
Yeah,
he let them go.
Still, he was like, "You just can't leave."
But it was on the same basis and the same premise that Mace is talking about. Like you talk about, you know, the audio with Kiss talking about, I want to make you want to throw a fridge off the roof or some crazy shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Jay jerking niggas.
Yeah, like all of that, man. I remember that. So this is crazy to me because here's my thing. When it says black music executives have to be honest about lying, here's the question that I pose to you three gentlemen, including myself. Do we have to hold the artists accountable when they come in, whether it be from the hood, you know what I'm saying, or however you are, you know, exposed to the game and you know, you're found, quote unquote. Do we have to hold them accountable from a legal standpoint, from the team that they come into that situation when it comes to negotiations? Do we have to hold them more accountable? Because nobody talks about that. One of my guys made a I'm not going to, you know, call his name out. It was just something on social media. But he's like, yo, we have to also think about the people that come to the table. Like, are you prepared to come to the table to have people to read through these contracts and make sure that the deal is sufficient for you, your family, etc.? Do we have to hold them accountable, or is it more about, you know what I'm saying, the quote unquote, the label is raping the artist? That's my question, because it's easy, and we say it a lot. You know, you young, you from the hood, you excited to get the bag, you just sign. You know what I'm saying? Whose fault is that? Is there fault there? That's my question. Jay Diff, I'm coming to you first. Like, what do you think? Is it the black executive's fault, or is it the person that's coming to the table that may be, quote unquote, ill prepared?
I wouldn't even say it's the black executive's fault. I think the blueprint came before the black executive even existed.
Okay.
So they're just taking notes and moving forward and so on and so forth.
Following the blueprint.
Following the blueprint.
All right.
With the Mace situation, Mace signed a deal when he was, 19 years old?
Yeah, I think so.
19 or 20.
Like 19.
Yeah.
So that's when he signed over his publishing rights to Diddy.
Right.
For $20,000.
Right.
Not knowing what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That was a different day and time, though. We're talking about 25 years ago.
When records were selling.
Definitely. And that was your goal, was to get a record deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People weren't as affluent or they didn't know about the workings of the record company.
The points
like
were
they do
different,
now.
all of that.
Well, everything was different.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't talked about like it is now.
Right.
You know,
and the information is ready. It's right in front of you.
Right.
Internet's out there. Where Mace is at fault is, like Kanye said, he went out when he was up. He had one great album.
Yeah.
He retired before the second album came out, became a preacher, messed up the church's money.
He did mess the church's money
And
up.
when I'm talking about the church's money, I'm talking about Puffy as well.
Thank you.
Because if you're signed to this man,
Yep.
and you technically you didn't fulfill your record deal, but he has your publishing now.
Yeah.
So
You can't even renegotiate.
You can't. You're in the hole. Yeah. So you pretty much, and he was talking about touring and having to do bad boy stuff. I mean, you kind of owe that to Puff in a sense for giving you that opportunity. I understand him selling his masters for $20,000. That's a low ball deal.
His publishing, not his masters.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, publishing for $20,000. That's a low ball deal.
He still doesn't own his masters though, does he?
Diddy owns all the
No,
Bad
I'm
Boys
pretty
masters.
sure he doesn't.
Yeah, he got all that.
But there's some kind of clause in the contract that states that he gets it when he's 50.
Yeah, everybody's publishing eventually reverts back to the artist.
Right.
But this is the thing. A lot of people don't, like, I remember when Mace decided he was going to leave music and go into the ministry or whatever. One of the things that people forget is that he got a $12 million advance for his second album and then left. And Puff Daddy didn't ask for it. He was Puff Daddy at the time. Mm-hmm. Puff Daddy didn't ask for it back. So, you know, you can say whatever you want talking about black music executives, but, like, trust me, if it was Jimmy Iovine or somebody, you'd have to give that money back.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things that people often forget, and they always want to, because that's your experience, you've dealt with black music executives. Nobody is greasier than the white music executives that take advantage of black and white artists. Like, if you get a chance,
Cohen.
There is. You guys know
He's a big one.
Do you guys know who Lou Pearlman is?
Yep.
They have a documentary called The Boy Band Con.
I saw that.
And after selling like 10 million records, doing shows all over the world, sold out arenas, he sat NSYNC down and said, okay, here's your check for all your hard work. And it was $10,000.
Yeah.
Tough.
Wasn't
That's
even
tough.
minimum wage for everything they had done.
Yeah.
And so that contract and that situation, that made New Edition and NWA's contracts seem generous. So I understand where Meek is coming from, but there is just a history of this. And plus, you got to understand, they're putting all the upfront, these record companies, these executives, they're responsible for all recouping all that upfront money. Mm-hmm. Okay. And if you don't know to go in and ask for these things, at this point, I can only feel so sorry for artists who get screwed over, because it's like, we've seen this movie about 100,000 times.
Oh, yeah. Even the fake ones.
You know, so
my office hours are from 9
exactly.
to 5.
Talk about that.
So,
talk about that.
Straight up.
When you talk about people getting jerked by the record industry, I mean, if it's 2020, if you don't know about your points and your publishing and what to ask for up front, you know, and I've heard different stories. I remember Nelly, when he first came out, I think he sold his publishing for 6 months for $100,000. But, you know, it reverted back to him. You know, at least he got part of it. But
I mean, 6 months,
but, you know.
that's investment.
But that's a good point. That's a good point, though, when you talk about.
But not forever. Apparently, Mason, until he reverts him in his 50s.
Mm.
But that's a good point, though, when you talk about, when you think about it from, in the grand scheme of things, when you talk about, okay, you drop Harlem World. I think, Harlem World was that the first?
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the first album. That's the one, that's the classic album, the one that came out. It's like, all right, so if you dip, I'm sure the contract was for more than that. So it's like,
There were sent people to 7 and 10 album deals at that time.
that's what I'm saying.
He dropped
So,
Double Up and didn't do anything when that album
No.
came out.
Right.
It just came out.
Right.
There was no videos. There was no big push.
No, he
Right.
did
no
have
promotion because he was gone.
He did the video for Get Ready with Blackstreet, but that song didn't do shit.
Right.
But
And then he
after that, it was a wrap.
he came back with the joint Welcome Back, which I'm assuming was still under the original deal because it had been,
Yeah.
I don't know, X amount of years.
Because that's still only 3 years, because a standard record contract at one point was like for 7 albums.
Right. So I don't know, man. Like, it's just, to me, there's a gray area there, because on one hand, it's like you can play there's a valid argument, there's validity to say, yo, when you come to the table, make sure you got a team with you to try to see what you can, you know, what's best for you. On the other side, it's like, yo, it is the music business. So be careful what you do, what you sign, and you know, what you speak to and what you say you're going to do.
And think about it like this. If say, because May said, I offered you $2 million for my publishing. Say his publishing is worth $12 to $15 million with all these, you know, I love the 90s stations and, you know, everyone having this resurgence of 90s culture. You know, his publishing might be worth a great deal more than that. And plus, you gotta remember, this is when everybody was sampling. All that publishing is split up between the people, you know, the original writers of the songs, the original musicians, and the, you know, so
think about
I'm just saying, like,
Mace's
you know,
biggest records are
huge samples,
heavily huge, like the whole song type samples.
Yeah,
Better
it's
quit
not like
bullshitting
chops.
and get on that Millennium tour.
Hey, now jump in, Lone. I'm sorry.
No, I definitely, I mean, to contrast what you guys are saying, I definitely think that the artist has some sort of responsibility, but we can't overlook the fact that it is a corrupt system in the same sense.
Right.
And it is a system that does prey on young artists. And right now, popular culture is hip hop, so it does prey on mostly young black artists in that aspect too.
Right.
Facts.
And it has for a very long time. And so I don't think, back to your original statement about the black representatives or the black owners or what was it?
The headline actually was, this is per OK Player, black music executives have to be honest about lying.
Yeah, they do. I think they do, and they should, the same way white ones should as well.
Right.
But what's the incentive
nobody
for them to do so?
There is none. There's no type of regulation in place to the only thing that is going to affect. We've talked about this when we used to talk about politics all the time.
Yeah,
is you got to mess with the bag. You got to mess with the money.
Did you read your contract?
That's important, but at the same time, like, you got to. It goes across the board. It goes across the board when you have people preying on people that don't know any better.
Right.
That is a problem. Like, regardless of if people read their contracts or not, like the fact that people are legitimately preying on people and signing them to shitty deals.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
It's the American way, unfortunately.
That is a problem. That is a legit problem to the point to where we're even here kind of discussing, like, well, you should read your contract. Well, it is fucked up. Like, regardless, you should read your contract because it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But if you don't know any better, if you're a 17-year-old kid with no guidance, or shit, nowadays a 12-year-old kid with no guidance, what's in place to stop somebody from reaching out and stop that?
At this point, as we said, everything is readily available to you right now.
Right.
If
you're
12.
in a situation, period. But if you're in a situation to where you're going to sign and make millions of dollars, there's no way that you walk in anywhere without some kind of representation.
Dolo. Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know that to be fact. You would hope so.
Nah, I mean, it's not fact, but you would think that someone was in the right mind frame to do that. And I'm not trying to give Puffy or whoever a pass, because I mean, he has a history of artists not eating like they probably should have.
Oh, 100%. This is not random.
Right, but on the flip side, you have LaFace Records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody ate over there. I mean, they were following.
Yeah, but
them.
Remember, TLC was also.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
They had issues.
But once again, it's when you sign to these. Remember, if you sign a Bad Boy, okay, yeah, you're signed to Bad Boy. That's the crew. But Bad Boy is a part of Arista. Arista is a part of, I think it was BMG, Bertelsmann Music Group at that time.
Goes uphill.
So all that, like, and artists got to understand this. Everybody gets paid before you.
Everybody got to eat.
Everybody, the musician, the engineer, the producer, everybody gets paid before you. And you're paying for all of this out of your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
I remember we used to do these things called record pool meetings when artists would come to town, when I was running a record pool, of course. And, if we were at a place like Hooters or something, and when all the DJs come in and they get drinks and they order crab legs and all this stuff, you got to understand.
Was balling, I see you.
That's not the record company being
cool. That was a
cool.
different era, too.
That's on you. Like when they used to send out vinyl, every piece of vinyl and the amount of artwork
goes out of you.
That comes so I remember we would get 2 copies of every single. That's 60 pieces of vinyl. I'm one record pool in one city.
Right.
So you multiply that by 50 states and then you go internationally. And they don't charge you like the gross, they charge you the rate that it costs to produce it. They don't give you a break on volume.
Right.
Yeah. So they're still charged. This is the nasty thing about the record industry, and this is why everybody needs to read their contract, because now we're in a streaming era. They're still charging people, pressing into distribution.
Oh yeah,
there's still people. They're still charging people for jewel cases and inserts, and they don't have any physical media that they send out.
It's crazy.
So it's wild. That's why you got to now. That's why De La Soul. None of their stuff is on. Is being streamed of their first Tommy Boy stuff, because it's like
still old contracts that had nothing to do with streaming.
A lot of that
time.
was copyright stuff though too, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
That was part of it.
Yeah.
Sampling also too, right? Was sampling in there as well?
It's
With
part
that-
of why you can
Copyrights.
You can
Copyright
go
sampling,
on
yeah.
a lot of these. That's why a lot of soundtracks don't make it onto streaming services, because it's there's so many record companies involved with creating a soundtrack, and okay, this person might own 12% of this particular record, and so that one person can hold up a whole entire soundtrack from going on a streaming service.
But y'all both hit on it, Jay Diff and Long, when you talked about, I think one of y'all said it, where you talked about the kids or the people that are recording now that just, 12, 13 years old. Like, to me, that magnifies it times 100 if they don't come in equipped. What is equipped? Like, is it mom, the lawyer, and whomever? Like, who knows what the situation is when these people come to the tables now? You know what I'm saying? And these same contracts are being presented. Like, it's just, it's very weird to think about that dynamic, to me, in my opinion, because we're snatching people from offline that are 15 or 16 years old, that have a presence and have X amount of followers that are just,
they need they Joe Jacksons.
they're facts. They're just thrust into stardom, and I'm like, yo, who are these people coming to the table with
Minus
to negotiate
the
these? We don't want to do the
Put that in
beatings.
there.
We ain't here for that. But do you
that's-
see what I'm saying? Like, that's,
Well, yeah, I mean, I said it. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different. I'm giving you P's is what I'm saying. I'm giving y'all P's for saying that.
I feel like if and when everything gets revamped, I think it has to be around the publishing model. And I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong. We have companies like ASCAP and BMI and stuff like that, that try to do right by the artists, and such. But there's something with the model. Like, you can't. This is the Spoolz. Shouts to Spoolz. This is Spoolz' point. Like, it's a capitalistic thing, right?
Yeah.
To go and grab somebody and to get as much money from this person as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Without regard to anything, whatever, sign them to a shitty deal, make all their money, move them on to the next. That's the era we're in.
Shit operates like the government. I mean, the artist is the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
And
then
the thing is, if you don't write and produce your own songs, you can only expect so much money back.
That's tough.
for sure.
That's real.
That's
tough.
But yeah, I don't know what else really to say on. I think we kind of beat it to death. But I do think it needs to be revamped. I'm not sure exactly what needs to be done, but I wouldn't personally be opposed to some sort of revamp in who's allowed ownership in specific things. Like as a creator, like I'm weird about ownership in general. Like anything that I make, whether it be a song, something I produced, something a curriculum I wrote, it's mine. I made it, and the sharing of ownership of that, I get the long-term deal because you can revamp the money in the long run, and I get all that, but I think there needs to be some sort of cap or something on some of that stuff, and I think ownership needs to be in the hands of the artists more so than the other way around. But I don't know if I'm in the minority
there. This is the best
there
time
or not,
for that.
Yeah.
Being that you can pretty much make it without the record deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can, and
they know that though,
and that's to Jay Moore's point and the point that you had too. I mean, there is, regardless, you can't take everything away from the artist. Like, you have to have some sort of responsibility in what you do. Like, you have to know. But right now it's too easy to take advantage of people.
I would just tell anybody who's an artist and who's listening to us right now, don't let the record company give you a manager and give you a lawyer, because those are all conflicts of interest.
Get your own.
But it doesn't matter. It happens all the time. It was like, oh no, we like in the boy band con, it's like, no, we got a lawyer for you. It's cool.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say? He's siding with the guy with Lou Pearlman.
Yeah, because he's making more than the group was.
100%.
He actually wrote himself as
He's
a
gonna get him more business.
Yeah, I seen
of
that.
the group. I was like, that's the grimiest shit I've ever seen.
And he kept repeating that same process over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, but it's
Just
legal.
But once again,
it's definitely
this is
legal.
also about your leverage as an artist.
100%.
If you wind up having a hit album, you need to go back in there and renegotiate terms. It happens all the time. You can't be afraid to go in there and ask for your money based off the blood, sweat, and tears of your talent and artistry.
Going there like Q. Q wasn't Wasn't bullshitting.
Cube got his
know
money.
What Cube
Sure
did.
did.
Get
Got
you a
that
lawyer,
paper.
man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah,
An
good-
entertainment lawyer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good conversation.
Get you
man.
a public defender, man.
Don't
Jay
do that.
jerking niggas all
Don't
the
do
way
that
around.
long. Let's shout out the let's shout out the partners real quick for the podcast. Bringing Down the Band, as always, is the hub where you can find all things related to the New Old Heads. Make sure you go to YouTube and search for bringingdowntheband.com. Subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. Music. I don't know what that noise was. Music. We upload some of everything as well as the episodes for us. So make sure y'all hit those bells for notifications. Shout out to Dr. Coleman Dental, located in Broad Ripple here in Indianapolis. 317-255-8546. Make sure you get your teeth right. Go visit Dr. Coleman. Also, Indie CD and Vinyl, located in Broad Ripple as well. They take care of us for our raffles. They provide us with wax. For our Patreon, which you also can get involved with, patreon.com/New Old Heads. We have multiple options there, different values for different things. So make sure you check that out. No Bad Ideas. They are also a sponsor, or should I say partner. They've been with us from day one. We really appreciate them. You will look around the set. You can see backpacks as well as multiple hats that they provided for us.
They also
to
got
rock.
socks.
There's one right there. They got socks as
Yeah,
well. I
man.
actually got some socks on now. You know what I'm saying? So
You wearing socks today?
Yeah, that's what we on. Okay.
That's great. I'm glad you're wearing
awesome.
socks, man.
You got a cold. You need to have on some socks.
Wow.
Top of the head, hardest part of the body.
Anyway, shout out to No Bad Ideas. They always lace us, take care of us. We really appreciate that partnership. And Printfinity as well. My man Jay Diff is the CEO of his own company, so support your people when you see him. We
Sounds
support him.
good when you say it like that.
I mean, you out here. You know what I'm saying? You out here. You own your own stuff. We need more of that. So I salute you.
When did
my brother.
everybody become CEOs?
I mean, man, that's
Like,
the thing.
when
That's
did it
right. That's
revert
hip hop
from-
culture, man. That's
From
what
being
we say
just
now.
a business owner to
It sounds
I'm the-
flashier
I'm
when you
the
say CEO.
CEO.
C-level, it's a corporate
chief
thing.
executive
I'm a
officer.
boss.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
don't
know.
think. See, the
Or
thing
the
is,
COO.
they don't think you a boss if you don't have like the C in front of it. Like if that's not used,
I'm not a CEO.
they don't think you a boss.
I just
own
own
business.
what I own.
You know
That's,
what I'm saying? Like that's
where
not
I'm at.
to me. That's dope.
It
But
looks good on a business card.
there we go. Like
I don't even have that on my
Used to.
business card. My shit just says owner operator.
Yeah.
I like that owner.
Owner. Creator, essentially.
It's that rap culture, man. If you don't got a C in front of it, they don't believe. So I'll start saying owner moving forward. I apologize,
It's
brother,
cool.
because you do own your own business.
When I think of a CEO, I'm
what you
thinking
think
of I'm thinking of high six figures.
Medical
Hey.
device
On the
companies.
yearly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So until I'm cashing checks like that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
You
stay
don't-
owner operator.
So you're just saying the CEO of Run Up In Your House Records is not really a CEO?
That's a good point.
I mean, technically, I guess you are, but
You can't tell him that he's not.
like, you can't tell him that he's not.
No, I
but
would not tell the owner
Does he have a tax identification number?
of Run
Talk
Up In
that
Your
talk,
I
House
would
bro.
hope so. I mean, because before you take that step, you should definitely have a tax.
They'd be like, what do I need that
identification
for?
number.
What's the name of the label?
I'm a
Jay Moore?
CEO. What you mean?
I got a business card.
I'm a boss.
What's the name of it, Jay Moore?
Run Up In Your House Records.
He doesn't have a tax ID.
If you don't file taxes on your business, you don't run a business.
Yeah, you can't be a CEO.
Run
of nothing.
run up in your house.
Y'all hate.
And you know what? The CEO, most CEOs don't have to file shit because the CEO was,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying, put in place by a board of directors.
Educate him. Educate us out
You're,
here.
you're not having to
Report to shareholders.
report all of your taxes and hold all of that shit in. You're just getting a check with a bunch of zeros on it.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's the difference between a owner operator and a CEO.
I just
right.
was trying to give you props, brother, that you know
It's
you
cool.
own your own business.
But
that's cool though.
Yeah.
Educate. We can educate. That's
Let somebody
fine.
else say it. You know, you
You know what
don't
I'm
say
saying?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I just give you props that you own your own business. That's all.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get on. Let's get back to what we was talking about. All right, good conversation on that last one. I don't think this is going away. I think either more people are gonna pop up or,
What are they going to pop up and do, Mike?
pop up and say that Diddy owes him money.
Yeah, who else? Loon?
Oh, it's way more people out
doesn't
there.
matter.
It's way more people
I
out
mean,
there.
Shine
Don't
left
do
the
that.
country. He's no longer in the country. Loon is
In prison.
in prison.
What's 112
What's his
out?
name? G Depp is
I
in
don't know.
prison for a murder that he
112
decided to confess about. What, 15 years later?
112 in prison? No.
Nah,
Special
112 out
delivery.
here.
They
Don't do
left,
that.
but they left Bad Boy and realized, Puff really did work hard to promote our records
He
despite
did.
all our problems.
Hey, 112 had heat though. Long.
Not after they left Bad Boy.
Nope, sure didn't.
What about Lil Zane? Was he on Bad Boy?
No,
I hate
wasn't
him.
no Bad Boy.
He knows that. He knows that. Don't do that.
Hey, you know somebody that on the low
Oh man.
is out here really eating for real right now?
Who is that?
What's his name? He goes by Hitmaker now.
Hitmaker.
So when you hear a song come on and it says Hitmaker,
Young Berg.
Berg
Oh, he eating. Yeah.
is eating very well.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
eating. Yeah, he's eating.
Yeah.
Writing, producing, all that.
A lot of
he's
the
definitely
top 40 he produced.
100%.
Yep.
And it's pretty much that same Puffy formula because it's just taking pretty much a track that was already made.
Yep.
That's the
put a
formula
little,
now.
Little extra Lowrys on it.
Just light Lowrys though. It ain't even heavy Lowrys. It's light.
Yep. Pushing
Yeah,
it back
light
out there.
seasoning.
Yeah.
They don't even season it that much. You know what I'm saying? If you think about bad boy, there was light.
Oh, that
season-
was blatant.
That was
Yeah,
light seasoning on
That's
that.
because they was hot.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
could just do whatever. They
And
want.
what's
Take
crazy-
his from the 80s.
I mean,
light seasoning.
But
on
I
that.
remember Too Short had done that 2 or 3 years ago with
Oh, yeah.
Money in the Ghetto, same beat, same vibe. But you know,
It ain't hit the same though.
well, it was a different time, and plus Puffy did know how to put that shine on it to where you got on the radio and you was on it. No pun intended. You were on the radio all the time,
Yeah.
You right though. You right about
day
Berg.
and night.
Yeah, Berg.
he out here getting that paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the low. He out here getting that paper, and everybody used to laugh at him about
They
his
was
chain
laughing
and
at
all
him.
that.
They was laughing at him.
That young man is doing just fine out here writing these records. You know what I'm saying? Producing these joints and staying the hell out the way.
Yep.
You know
Just
what I'm
saying,
So,
Hitmaker.
yeah, that's all you
Sitting
gotta
his
say.
ass down.
Yeah, take hits from the 80s, brother, if that's what you're gonna do.
Hey,
Now let's take his from the 90s.
yeah.
Hey, that make you feel old.
You know who's
don't it?
really getting money? Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh.
I believe that.
There's
What he been doing new?
Samples.
They're sampling records by Manny Fresh where he didn't
Oh,
sample.
yeah.
Yes.
Talking about like City Girls. And
Yeah,
You know, all I hear
all
is
that wave.
Cash Money records on the radio.
yeah.
Yep.
Man, I still to this day, man, we talk about producers here and there, and you know, people.
Manny Fresh does not
He
get
does not get the P's that he should
because
from a
he was
producer
doing those
standpoint.
entire albums front to back.
Man, 400 Degrees, like all the classic material that they have, like you think about that, man. If you want to put Beats by the Pound versus Manny Fresh,
Oh no,
Dolo,
Manny Fresh wins.
No, Manny
that's
Fresh
what, but
wins.
that speaks to Beats by the Pound was not just KLC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you do your history, come on, man. Like it's them against him if we want to do the comparison. And Manny Fresh was lacing Cash Money, right or wrong.
Are you
No,
right?
he was doing.
was lacing
he
them.
was the only producer on the entire record label.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you talk about publishing
He
and
made every beat.
everything. You know what I'm saying? All from his mind though. Like there was rarely how many Cash Money joints you think about they got like heavy
0.
samples in it. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like Manny was out there. Manny was out
clowning.
there.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
was
he
clowning.
good now. I don't care what nobody say. Manny's good.
Oh yeah.
He has to be.
His royalty game got to be nice.
High. All right.
Unless,
so
unless he getting screwed by Baby.
well, you know.
Was that a bar? Never mind.
All right, next topic.
I
He trying to
hate-
double up the entendre.
I shouldn't say that. That's a strong word, but I really hate. I hate Long, man. Shouldn't hate people that you care for, but
Yeah.
Y'all tripping.
no, we not. All right.
What other
so
kind of conspiracies or stories we got to deal with
this ain't a
week?
conspiracy. This is
Okay.
straight to the point. So I think
Smoke crack, don't you?
There's a lot of those out
now
there.
you got the drugs on me. So Ninth Wonder posted this question on his Twitter, and he said, "Let that marinate." And here's the question: if you had to choose one gotta go. You know how they say that with the memes. Hip hop / golden era 1990 to 1994, or the raucous soul Aquarian era 1997 to 2007.
Hold on, what's the first age
2001.
range?
Was it 2001?
Definitely ain't 2007.
Did I misquote it? If I did, I apologize. 1997 to 2001. All right, we'll take that long.
What was the first
Hip hop
range?
golden era, 1990 to 1994. The raucous Soul Aquarian era, 1997 to 2001.
So what are we gonna do
Long
about
is
that
right.
space in between?
It ain't about that. We can't,
Those years are important, sir.
brother.
This is an
stick
easy.
to
This
the
is an
topic.
easy answer for me.
Well, it
No.
says one's. All it says is one's got to go.
One's
One's
got to
gotta
go.
So
And I'll tell-
90 to 94 or
And
97.
I'll tell you exactly which one's got to go.
You go first. Go ahead.
Love the Soul Aquarians, but they got to go.
They got to go. Raucous and Soul Aquarians.
90 to 94. You talk about Wu-Tang.
Oh,
Biggie,
man.
Snoop Dogg.
Let me get on Google. Let me get on Google.
We talking.
These is facts.
We are talking about the musical. Don't get me wrong. As an underground head, because then we're talking about Erykah Badu.
Hold on. We old
We're
enough to
talking
be
about-
qualified to talk about both of these
We're talking
eras.
about Slum Village. We're talking about Common like water for chocolate. And I understand, but like you talk about, and the thing is, my thing is the golden era is from 88 to 94.
Yeah, we had
That's
this
not what he
conversation a
posted.
couple
We
episodes
did
ago.
that one. Yeah, we did that one. We did
But,
that one. But Jay
yeah.
Moore is clearly
Even if we're talking about from 90, even if we get into soundtracks, we talk about some of the greatest soundtracks, Juice, Above the Rim.
Yeah.
If they said
New Jersey
92,
Drive.
93 to 96 or 97 to 2001, I might agree with you. But
Okay.
I'm going with 97 to 2001.
you got the Soul Aquarians,
mean,
that
yes.
era raucous,
Yes.
sound bombing.
That
That's
That-
kind of what put you on, though.
Okay.
I know.
But 94, we're talking about
But
Outkast.
that's his right
We're talking-
though, because
yeah.
that's what
That's
you
Yeah,
know.
that-
That's his.
yeah,
Like
that's
I
what
mean,
he
don't get me
identifies
wrong.
with.
Like the Wu-Tang stuff, definitely. Like that's why I mean. Like if the numbers were shifted a little bit, then maybe that would
Them
change.
2 great years, that 95 and 96 are equally as important if you ask me.
But we
then
gotta
you're
chop
talking
them
about
out though.
Cuban links.
We based
Yeah,
it off
Liquid
strictly
Swords,
off the
Do
tweet.
or Die.
I can get rid of 90 and 91.
Can you?
Oh no, because see,
Wait,
this
this
is
is
the
90
thing.
to
This is the way I equate. I kind of equate
Just like
things.
I could get rid of 2001 too.
All right,
I
so let me
understand.
say the years one more time before you go. Just
I
to
get
clarify.
it.
You
I
got
get
it?
it.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I equate things to life
All right.
and where I was at certain times in life, and hip hop has always been the soundtrack to mine.
All right.
I will say that. And representation is important. Let's go to that.
All right.
So that golden era of hip hop is definitely an era of representation.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Representation and next level shit. I mean, you have to even include artists performing on the Arsenio Hall show.
I used to
That in
love
itself
that.
was epic. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit. The last episode had
Don't even start.
Technically, that
Like,
wasn't the
whole-
last episode,
technically,
but that's what everyone remembers as the finale.
as the last
Right.
episode. Yes.
but that date, that time, that era was kind of key to who I am today. So I'd have to go with the golden era,
because
and then it evolved
Yeah.
into the Soul Aquarian.
because the Soul Aquarians
Rockets.
don't exist without De La.
Right.
Fuck that argument because obviously
Without- you have-
that's not-
without a
that-
Tribe Called
Tribe
Quest,
Called Quest.
That-
without Common.
But that can't be a that can't be an argument in this conversation if we're choosing one or the other.
I mean, I
I mean,
understand what you're saying.
because I get that obviously, but if I'm gonna choose just musically,
right.
I'm choosing 97 to 2001.
I mean,
I don't.
we talking
dis-
about albums. I'm not talking about the Soul Aquarians got a big producer. We talking about that time
no,
frame.
I get that. I understand.
I can
And
agree
I-
with both, but yeah,
If you just
musically,
don't even,
I'm going for the later.
If you just put the year on it and don't even put the Soul Aquarians on it,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not taking 97 to 2001.
I mean, the shit that I'm like, my everyday rotation right now is weird that this conversation is even happening. Is that latter era, that Common, that Detroit sound, that Dilla shit, that Q-Tip when he went solo, that if you talking about Soul Aquarians, you talking about D'Angelo, you talking about Erykah
Badu.
Badu, you talking about
The Roots.
Bilal, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very nice.
but if you're going to talk about that 90 to 94, you're talking about Jodeci, you're talking about Guy.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about Mary J.
Mary J.
Blige. You're talking about Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
we talk. Yeah.
These are songs that we run now like they're new.
Definitely. It's almost like the latter wouldn't exist without the.
For sure.
Even-
but I don't think that's the art. Well, obviously, it's up in the air. Who cares? You know, it's like
I mean,
we're
that's
making
why-
up the rules as we go. But
Exactly.
that's why this. If we factor that in, we can't even have this question.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't factor that in though. I'm just going off
What's your pick, man?
the latter 97 2001.
Based on which albums?
I mean,
R&B and hip hop. I don't care. You can go through all that.
I feel like R&B might have been stronger earlier. I definitely would say that, but
Stank on You. I mean, not Stank on You. 𝗏𝗏
Yeah, that was what 98.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through the list.
Like Water for Chocolate was in there. I think one.
Miseducation,
Yeah.
400 Degrees, Things Fall Apart,
You had Ella Death Life.
Black on Both
Before
Sides.
Do You Want More's 94 though?
Okay.
Black Star was there too.
Like Water for Chocolate, Reflection Eternal, Supreme Clientele.
Yeah.
To me, it's a wrap.
Wu-Tang Forever, was that 97?
97.
Yeah.
97.
Yeah, it was.
The Dynasty album, like, it's heat when you think about that. From then to then, I'm not disrespecting
Reasonable
the area.
Doubt was what 90.
96.
96.
So
Damn,
it
see,
it
them-
falls in between what
Telling
you're
you
talking
them
about.
2 years is
Right,
important
right.
to me.
I'm just telling you though, like,
That wasn't the question though.
that's
know.
not the question. So
I know.
we got to keep that out. But if I go through it, man, and top to bottom, I'm with Long.
I can dig it.
I'm with Long.
I mean, there's no
Because-
wrong answer because I could.
I ain't say
I
was.
could-
I'm with
I
you.
could decide different tomorrow just based off of
Yeah.
feeling.
And a lot of those albums stuck with me, like Black on Both Sides, like albums like that, like Supreme Clientele. I know exactly where I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
too.
I remember being floored when I heard Nutmeg. I was like, "Oh my God, Ghost!"
Knock
is-
Chomper.
But again, that goes to our age. And what
Common.
But I
Terry-
remember
goes
exactly
to
where
Terry
it was when I heard Doggy Style.
And I'm not mad at that. Yeah,
Bought
I'm
it at
not.
Sound
I'm not
Revolution.
Mad at that. Yep.
Drove around in my '87 Mercury Sable until the tape flipped back over twice because I didn't skip anything on there.
Yeah.
We heard Like Water for Chocolate at the same time. Mm-hmm. That's how far we go back. We heard it at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, you switch out Black Rob for Like Water for Chocolate.
I bought Black Rob. You bought.
I bought Like Water for Chocolate. We riding back on a bus trip
from Florida.
From Florida on some band shit. We swapping CDs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those types of things, it just sticks to me, man. It's a lot of heat that came out.
But I think
Between that.
our age has to do with that a little bit.
It
too,
does.
probably.
100%.
Because I mean, I graduated in 97. You know
I
what I'm
feel you.
saying?
I'm
I
not mad
graduated
at
in
that.
'95, so that was that 90 to 94. That's when I was really out here, really beginning to figure out what life was about.
I literally was in high school from 97 to 2001. So
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There you
And
go.
don't
like
get it-
my
Music
golden
marks
era,
time.
like I could even break up the years differently.
the art
Yeah.
of
You know what I'm saying?
storytelling.
If I
Don't
had
do
to,
that. Don't
if
even
I
get
had
me
to break
started.
up my actual what I think the golden era of hip hop for me
Yeah.
would probably be
2018.
92
19 to what?
Probably 2001.
Okay.
I mean that's a longer stretch.
That's a
because
huge
I'm being
stretch.
selfish.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
I
want
want all
to
of it.
squeeze everything.
But
in
if
there.
I gotta shorten it up though,
I would do.
I'd probably say
92.
99.
I would
But
do.
see,
I would do 92 to
But
99.
here's the thing, though.
2000.
Here's the thing, though. You know, that's the beauty of it. Like, it's all subjective. We all have opinions, right? Music hit people different. Different times, different eras, cool. But I'd be a fool. I'd be lying to y'all if I didn't say I had Midnight Marauders. Like, I had all of that. Like, I remember the CD with all the faces and all that. Like, I used to love that album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, when you cumulatively, to me, and to his point, age probably is a factor. Man, there was some dope records. There was some dope records in that time.
Hey,
You know,
90 to
so-
94, we got 2 Diggable Planets records and 2 Pete Rock and CL Smooth records. I'm just saying.
And the CL Smooth, P Rock CL Smooth record
Mecca and
was
Sobra.
actually my first CD that I ever had.
That album was cold though.
Like before that, it was all tapes. That was the first CD I ever owned. Was Pete
probably
Rock and CL Smooth.
One
top
of my favorite
10
joints. It's on you. Still love that joint.
Top 10, yeah, probably in top 10 beat ever. Top 5.
They reminisce.
Troy.
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean
It's not even up for
that's a
debate.
hip hop staple.
Up for, I don't even think that's up for debate.
Yeah,
Like,
they need to dip those reels in gold and put it in a fucking museum.
all right, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. As always, we appreciate everyone for the support. Make sure you go to bringitdowntheband.com or search Bring It Down the Band on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We really appreciate that. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah.